Good morning, everybody. So today is really a history-shifting day for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Hey, look at us.
James to Davis, and a chance for three.
If you're telling me that LeBron James has Anthony Davis available to him, excuse me, I'm rolling with the Lakers to win the title.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Heard around first and many, baby.
Indeed, what was he doing upstairs? Drinking coffee with Magic Johnson? Exactly.
I just know the little I to tell you. We don't get it poppin' like I tell you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Late Night Lake Show podcast. It is your host, Ricky and Kwame. Kwame, what's happening, brother?
What's happening, guys? What's going on, Ricky?
We back. We're joining you guys with our Los Angeles Lakers up 2-1 over the Portland Trailblazers in this first round best of 7 series in the bubble winner take all supreme domination of the world, because there's no promise we're going to make it out of 2020. It feels phenomenal that we are coming to you guys with the Lakers up in this first round series, because today is an extremely special day for Lakers fans, for NBA fans, for just, sports fans. Today is Mamba Day, August 24th, 2020, 8/24. It goes without saying the impact that Kobe has had on all Lakers fans, everybody that just understands what he meant to that city, to that organization, and all of his followers, man. It's beyond words, right? So we're gonna kick it around. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Black Mamba on this day, because not everything is sunshines and rainbows. Obviously, we would love for 24 to be here with us so we could give him his roses, but obviously we're doing that in spirit. There are people out there that seems like they want to come up on an event like this, so we definitely gonna spend some time and get into that. But as always, guys, you know where you can find the podcast, wherever you get your podcast, right? Stitcher, Spotify, we're on YouTube now. Where else they can find us? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever. If you're looking for a new place to find the Late Night Lake Show, looking for a new podcast, medium to get your fix in, let me suggest Stitcher. However you're getting to your podcast, you take a moment and check them out. It's a free podcast app for iPhone or Android, and you can use it at home or on the road, wherever you go. They got over 260,000 podcasts for you to dive into. They have a free version, like I said, but that premium version, everybody like that premium gas, am I right? It's got all types of bonus, content, bonus episodes from your top shows, exclusive shows from those hosts, and ad-free listening. This comes at $4.99, but we got you guys for the free first month. Just type in that code crossover, and you get your first free month of Stitcher Premium. So make sure you go and check that out. All right, now that we got the bills paid, I can move that off to the side. Quam, like we were just starting to get into, man, it's the Boss Dog's big day, right? I saw the city of Los Angeles is actually changing one of their street signs to Kobe, to named after Kobe Bryant. I'll get the name up specifically so I don't butcher it. But Kwame, what are you your first thoughts when you think about the Black Mamba and how you can celebrate his day?
Man, Kobe's just, when you think of basketball in the last, 20 plus years, it's hard to not think of Kobe as one of the greatest players to ever play. Just in total, in the whole totality of basketball. He means a lot. And that's even for me, not even being, I knew the Lakers Nation. And to be honest, a lot of the beginning of my basketball fandom, Kobe was, a rival player, because, it was him and LeBron, who's the better player in the world. But, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Kobe and all he's done for the game. And, anybody who likes basketball can agree. There's no denying his talent. There's no denying his impact on the game. There's no denying his drive to win, his desires to be the best version of himself. That goes without saying, I think. So, this isn't just a day, it's a big day for Lakers fans and Laker Nation, but this is just a big day for basketball fans in general. Obviously with heavy hearts, due to the late, great Kobe Bryant, but, his impact can be felt everywhere. And, whether you like basketball, whether you were a casual fan, there's some point where Kobe touched your life. And, it's crazy that his birthday is 8/23 and then 8/24. We're back to back with it, so we kind of get a combined 2 days to really celebrate him and his greatness, which is awesome. And how ironic that Lakers play on 8/24. So there's a lot of symbolism wrapped around it, and it's really awesome. And I really hope our team comes out, plays with the mindset of making Kobe proud and doing what we can to pull out with the win and continue our legacy and search for championship number 17.
And absolutely, we definitely, it seems like them boys gonna be locked in. Lakers gonna be rocking the black Mamba jerseys tonight, going up against the Trailblazers with the opportunity to go up 3-1. We had a moment this morning, and I think I can't wait any longer to get into it, so we're just gonna get into it. As everybody knows, as this being Mamba Week, as we just talked about, 8/24, Nike decided that they're gonna do something special for the fans, and they're gonna put out, some exclusive, keyword exclusive Lakers Kobe gear, some shoes, and a jersey, right? So of course, all the Laker Nation, right? Anybody that loves Kobe or appreciates Kobe got on their computers at 7 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock a.m., 11 o'clock a.m. on a Monday to log into this dumbass sneakers app and try to get themselves an opportunity to memorialize physically their GOAT, Kobe Bryant. I log on 5 minutes before. I'm sitting there waiting for that motherfucking link to turn from whatever to purchase now, whatever the hell it is. And you go in, and I'm sure just like everybody else, 10 seconds it probably took you. If you were slow, it took you a minute. But no more than 60 seconds were the avid, fans that were chomping at the bit to get this waited before they clicked check out. Kwame, I'm sure you went through the same experience, but what happened when you went to check out, no matter how fast you went to do it?
I had my little pending link, I was like, okay, this is typical. Less than 60 seconds later, I got this shoe is not available in your size. The jersey isn't available in your size. So I go back, try again, then it tells me it's sold out. Literally all within a minute and 45 seconds or so. It wasn't very long. But this is typical with Nike and their bullshit. Oops, can I curse? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
all right, just making sure.
I'm pissed off about shit, man.
with Nike and their bullshit sneakers app, hot drops always get picked up by the bots. You're lucky if you squeezed in between the hundreds of bots that flood their website as soon as 9 o'clock hits or whatever time zone you're in, whatever time it is. It's not an enjoyable experience in any capacity, and especially
not an enjoyable experience.
No, not at all. And then even when you talk about such a condition as this is some important stuff that can people want. This is stuff that people that diehard fans would love to add to their collection. And they just giving them a little bit of bullshit and let the bots take over. Why didn't they do a raffle? Why didn't they do something else to curb the strength and numbers of the bots? But they did. They did a casual release, first come first serve, and a lot of diehard fans lost out, and it's upsetting. And then you see these people repost it everywhere, and they go ahead and get their stuff.
This is a microcosm of talking about, why people, when they say eat the rich, this is the bullshit that they be talking about, right? All's fair in trying to buy some merchandise. It should be, right? I got my money, my $120, the same as somebody else's $120. Trust me, I'm not hurting to try to go and buy something. If I want it, I got it. If I wanted it and didn't get it, I changed my mind, right? If I go to buy something and I think I am doing this at the fastest possible fucking second, and then we turn around and we look and we see that we sold out, then you get some pipsqueak on Twitter talking about his little setup of his little computer screens going all the way across, sitting up here saying, oh, glad I was able to, purchase 16 pair, dog. You get smacked the shit out of you seen in person, man. That's, we were talking about this beforehand, and my boy Jay talked about home invasion season. I'm not saying this was all, I'm not condoning this. I'm just talking about the realities of where we at, right? When you try to game the system and it works out in your favor, everybody else knows that it's screwed up. but you still able to do it. And just because you got a faster setup and you able to cheat the system and shit, now all of a sudden everybody else looking at you and what you looking like? Prime rib to some starving dogs, right? So Nike, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to get into that, all the good stuff, and talk about our Lakers. But Nike, this is what the opposite you wanted to do to memorialize one of your most important athletes to ever be a part of your brand, right? This is not how it's done. Kobe has millions and millions and millions of fans. If I got to go to little Malcolm's house to his basement to go get my Kobe jersey, I'll chill. Anyways, I was able to get a pair of NXTs.
It's not the same though, man.
It's not the same.
Nike's dirty. Come on, let this be a more general release. Add more pairs. Let people have an opportunity to get some Kobe gear. Whether you a diehard or you're a newer fan. I don't understand what the problem is, but allowing the bots to really run rampant is ridiculous, and they need to get that together because it's been like this for way too long.
Yeah, way too long. Let's switch to a lighter note. We also have a giveaway later on today, guys.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't know, we debuted our shop, latenightlateshow.com. That's where you'll eventually be able to check out all the podcasts, but you can buy all of your gear at the shop right there. Thank you, Warren, for throwing that up. We got all that exclusive stuff. I'm rocking the Lord Palinka Secret Society long sleeve tee. I know we got a lot of people watching that's in Cali, but it's starting to get a little chilly out here in the Midwest when it starts moving into August and back to October, November, December. You feel me? So we're going to get our fix in. We're going to see how people respond to the merchandise. We're going to expand. We're going to switch things up. Let us know how you're feeling about it. We got our Secret Society tumblers as well as our stickers and, variety of holographic, all types of cool futuristic stuff. So go check it out. latenightlateshow.com.
Cop that merch.
Quan, before we break down the game, I need we got to talk about this, man. We just got to talk about our boy playoff PP Le Pew, Paul George.
Boy.
Now, I'm sure people can go and scroll back through the timeline and see a point in time where I really thought the Lakers were about to pull the trigger and go and get Paul George. And I thought that the D'Angelo Russell trade was the precursor for the Lakers trading for, Paul George. That didn't happen. And then he lied on himself. Then he lied on himself again. And then it's been, we've been done with him ever since as a nation, right? We got to talk about Mr. Playoff P, who, hindsight 50-50. Is Kawhi Leonard one of the worst general managers in the NBA? During the last 3 games, Paul George is averaging 11 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, on 21% shooting and 16% from 3.
Oh, man, that is awful. That's bad.
Luka Doncic hit a game-winning shot last night in a game in which neither Paul George, two-way all-star, right, nor Kawhi Leonard, who switched off of him. I guess great scheme, Doc. But who said this? Somebody said this online. What's the point of the NBA legend? I said, what's the point of having 2 all-world two-way players if they're not guarding the man with the ball at the end of the game? Luka getting the ball, and neither of them are anywhere to be found. Kwame, I just got to know, my brother, are we being too harsh on Paul George, or is he possibly injured? Dwayne Wade brought up his brother's, shoulders again, and you just got to let me know. Is this what we can expect from Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers? And if so, how in trouble are they against the Mavericks?
I'm starting to think that this is really who Playoff P is. I mean, this guy was talking about, he turns it up a notch. He gave himself that moniker back in OKC, but we haven't seen nothing. Like we haven't seen him since his pre leg break.
Playoff PG 13%. I'm dead. Shout out Janelle Escobar. That shit's hilarious.
Like, we haven't seen this man be this playoff phenom since 2012, 2013. It's every playoff performance after that. We watched him get washed by Joe Ingles. We watched him get cooked by Damian Lillard. Now he's getting sauteed by Luka Doncic. And shout out to all those players. They're all great players. But before this season, these guys were telling us that, these two were going to be Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, were the modern day Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
They said they were the best, like offensive, defensive. Can you ask for two better two-way players? And then they let Reggie Jackson take the guy in the final possession. That's like you having Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and telling Steve Kerr go guard, whatever perimeter threat that they have. Like, they're not doing that. They need to pull up their shorts and go ahead and guard that man. But, I guess Doc felt okay with Reggie Jackson out there on the island for the final possession. Like, everybody in the world knew Luka was getting that ball right there. So
shout out Jackie McMullen. We need to always remember her famous quote on Get Up.
Go ahead. What is it?
She said, "So I mean, really, who's going to score on this Clippers team?" My favorite part about that quote is what's his name, Windhorse in the background saying, "I know." Like, this is an AMSR fucking video they were having together. She was like up close and personal, and he was like, "God, you're just preaching to the choir over there, my sister." And then you turn around. And, these games are what, 120-some? Like Luka's putting all these boys in a blender and drinking them in the morning for a protein shake. Big pause. But still.
Giving these guys 40-point triple doubles, the works, every bit of the business. And it's not even like he's just shooting their lights out. He's taking people off the dribble, attacking them at the rim, putting them in the basket. He's doing a little bit of everything. But we got these all-world defenders that can't guard this man. Kawhi did a decent job for a little stretch, but hey, maybe that's the burden that comes with being a number one option on the team. It's hard to, score 30 and guard the best player and not let them score 30. It's not as easy as people make it cracked up to be. And that tends to happen to the players that start off defensively, grow offensive game, and then become a first option. Their defense starts to tail off because it's hard to maintain that kind of energy. So, hey, Kawhi tried, but hey, Paul George, man, where is he? This guy I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm really starting to think that this is really who he is, because we haven't seen this greatness in the playoffs in how many years. It just doesn't exist anymore. He was on all these podcasts during the pandemic talking about my shoulders are perfectly fine. I feel 100% healthy.
100%, man.
And then he's out here laying eggs. This guy,
like, there's 3 digits to his health is what he claimed.
Yes.
Like, there was 100, and he might have threw the 2 lines under it. You know what I'm saying? And then we get here, and all of a sudden the man can't fucking hit a goddamn bucket of water if he was in the ocean. And now you got everybody running to his side like, Paul, what's wrong? You got who was that? JaMychal Green today talking about some, we just try to encourage Paul, tell him, don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the fans. Don't listen to negative. I'm sorry. Hey, it's an empty stadium. What fans? Or are you talking about social media? Oh, you talking about us? Oh, you talking about? So you paying attention? You saying you paying attention during the playoffs? But you supposed to be playoff P. Something's not adding up, my brother.
Supposed
the
to be
steps
locked
that
in.
You claim that you have, I don't think you as locked in as you want to be. Only things locking up is your anterior deltoid with your upper laterus, whatever the fuck's up here, collarbone.
Latissimus Dorsey. I don't know, man. It's bad, man. The guy he's literally crumbling before our very eyes. And me personally, I'm thoroughly enjoying this, because it was all funny when it was memes, but to see this come to fruition year after year, the last 3 seasons in the Western Conference playoff, it's been fantastic. And I can't say enough about it. It's been great. I love it.
Shout out the Under the Bus pod. They had tweeted out today. They were like, "Wow, we've almost broken him." I was like, Jesus.
He's on the cusp, man. If he can't turn it around and they get bounced by the Mavericks, he's gonna.
But isn't this what last point on this? This is what Tyler the Creator said. He's like, how are you getting internet bullied? Turn off the computer.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Just the gym. I don't think nobody can see you in the gym, right? Shooting, practicing. You can't tweet and shoot at the same time, Paul. Just block it out. Mamba mentality, brother. None of this shit's supposed to matter. When you got Chris Rock right next to Kobe Bryant, like Kobe right here, and he's sitting up here talking all his shit, and what's Kobe doing? Just sitting there, locked in, eyes straight, focused. You got Chris Rock heckling him, talking shit to him right next to Kobe. And Kobe doesn't even acknowledge his existence. And I'm sure it wasn't anything bad. But that just goes to show what locked in looks like. Hashtag LeBron's picture that he posted on his story today from the game that game 3, Kwame. Yeah. Scary face LeBron.
Yeah, we need the anger. We need the grimaces. Bring them all.
Speaking of scary face LeBron, brother, Lakers Nation was looking for, just one sign. I was very specific in my tweet today when I said that, lifetime Lakers fans were looking for that look in LeBron. Now, I didn't say that to be dismissive of the newly Lakers fans that came over with LeBron. It's just that we have been, spoiled, lack of better terms, with Kobe and, what intensity turned up looks like in like actual physical, incarnation, right? He'll grit his teeth, he'll bite his jersey, right? He'll look like he wants to kill everybody in his face, right? The totally different personality LeBron has. But there's the most famous photo of LeBron with the Heat, and I think what was the situation for that? Were they down?
Yeah, they were down on the brink of elimination against the Celtics. He put up that 45-15-9 performance. Had no other choice. Had to win the last 2 games of the series, and he started with that one.
See? And we were just looking for a little, just show us a little deranged LeBron, just a little something. And he gave it to us. So we are very excited about tonight's game in the Black Mamba jerseys, right? I think LeBron understands the gravity of tonight's game, especially with OKC tying it up with Houston, 2-2 in the series. Shout out Chris Paul and them boys. How about Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams? Are you Russ? Like, dog, I feel you. Russ don't ever know when to turn it off. It's like, oh, you're in a Kobe jersey with a PPE mask on. Like, you can't be talking shit from the sidelines. It's a Patrick Beverly move. Anyways, when the Lakers move forward and take a look at I think today and tonight is a kind of a must-win game. What do you think, Kwame?
I would say,
or at least the Lakers are looking at it like this.
I would say so. I mean, we obviously have a older roster. We're not the youngest team in the league. So, hey, any extra rest we can get before OKC finishes their thing up, let's do that. Let's get this win.
Game. Good call, Jake.
Yeah, statement game's a good way to put it. Let's show these guys that we're going to get them up out of here. We're going to send them home. Let's squeeze that last bit of life that they might have in them right out of them. Let's get this over with, take that commanding 3-1 lead. We have all the momentum in the world. Seems like AD has kind of found his click on what he needs to do. LeBron seems to know when to turn it on, when to turn it off. Seems like everybody's starting to settle and get a little bit comfortable. Even some of the role players starting to get a little bit comfortable. We just need our defense to stay consistent. Hopefully we can continue to build on hitting open shots. We're still not hitting all of them, but we're hitting more and more. So let's continue to do that. And, let's bring this one home, man. Let's win a big one. This would be a bad one to lose. We don't want to go back 2-2. We don't want to prolong this series any more than we need to. So I'm looking at this like a must win.
Jake, you stupid, man. Damn, gonna be back to them Hulu commercials next week, which is gonna go down as some of the worst sports commercials ever assembled. Like, guys, Hulu, just air the old commercials. Like, it's okay. Like, Geico does it every 2 years. They'll just send you the old shit. Be like, remember how great these commercials were? Like, you don't need to deep fake, Damian Lillard's face on a guy that's built like me. Like, I'm like, buddy got a dad bod. I know Damian Lillard not knocking down threes like that. Like, come on now. This would be a little realistic. And then whoever they had, Aaron Judge, I'm like, God damn, he looked like a Crypt Creeper.
Oh, God.
Anywho's. Yeah, so, what you thinking for LeBron's stat line tonight?
Well, I think he'll put up, I'll go like 27, 13, and probably 11. Depends. If we hit our open shots, he can get as many as 20 assists if we can hit our shots. But I'm I'm assuming a triple double. LeBron always picks up his rebounding like crazy in the playoffs. Goes from like a season average about 7-8. It jumps up to 13, 12, 13. So I expect
11.7 now, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So to your point.
I expect a jump. Scoring will come depending on how AD plays, to be honest. If AD is a little slow out the gate and it's slow at points, I expect LeBron to pick it up. But I expect them to kind of continue to funnel through Anthony Davis and kind of get him rolling and see, if he can really carry it. But, LeBron will play in correspondence with that. So that's how I think he'll go. And yeah, he'll definitely shoot like a brick from the line because
that's what they do. That was the actual match made in heaven between LeBron and the Lakers. It wasn't, Hollywood in the stage of being the heir to the throne and carrying on the legacy of the franchise. It was really, my brother, you are one of the best players to ever play this game, and you are bad at free throws. We need you on the Lakers.
Bro, it's impossible, man. It'll never happen.
Really, honestly,
so
I think as Lakers fans, we might as well embrace that. Our free throws are going to be obnoxious. And I think we should do it. We should flip the script, right? Make it a positive thing. Like, we missed another free throw. Still going to win this, bitch, right?
Right.
But speaking of LeBron James' stat line, Late Night Late Show is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports app for player props like LeBron James. They got rid of the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you about the top athletes like LeBron James. Thrive has awarded over $1.3 million in prizes since launching in 2018. Again, use the promo code crossover because that's who we're sponsored by and brought to you by and powered by. Use crossover when you sign up today and you'll receive an instant $20 bonus. That's a dub. I don't think you could withdraw the dub and use it for other things that $20 usually buy, but still, use that $20, make you a little bit more extra money while using the Thrive Fantasy app. You download it in the App Store or Google Play Store today, or go on to thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and hashtag prop up today. Prop up seems almost like a political campaign, like little thing that they would do, like a new proposition.
I see where you're going with it.
You see? Yeah,
I see the vision.
When we left before, Kwame, you were starting to get into Anthony Davis and how LeBron James is going to play off of him. And I think it's interesting and something that, when we go all the way back to talking about the Mamba mentality between LeBron and outwardly showing emotion, aggression, his game. LeBron's also a very easy complimentary player. Like he will see what's going on and he wants to, easily facilitate more than coming out and be like, hey, I'm dropping 20 in the first quarter, which, I do think we're going to get that kind of LeBron tonight, which he's capable of. But by him being facilitator, LeBron, he gets his other guys ready to play and gets them in a groove. Anthony Davis has been the best number 2 in the bubble. We'll say it one more time. Anthony Davis has been the best number 2 in the bubble. Look around at the league. Look around at all the contenders. It's not Jokic, right? It's not PP George, right? It's not Porzingis. It's been Anthony Bartholomew Davis. I know that's not his name. It's Marshawn. I only say that for Kuzma. Kuzma's middle name is Bartholomew. Kwame, when we see AD's stats in the second half, he's really, been making a point to dominate in these games. Do you anticipate, Anthony Davis to continue to assert himself? Because he's kind of struggled, getting going earlier in the game. And he's really relied on his aggressiveness around the rim and rebounds and just filling lanes and stuff like that. But what kind of Anthony Davis are you expecting tonight in his play?
I'm looking for a real locked-in Anthony Davis. I need one that's really going to attack the rim. Shoot the open jumpers off the bounce. Don't, all the jab step, fade away. Not really. I'm okay on that. But, I want to see a lot more aggressive attacking the rim. Aggressive on the offensive glass because he did get a lot of good looks off the offensive glass, put back dunk, stuff like that. Just active around the rim is really what I want to see. And I know they'll open the game running some quick actions for him. As opposed to, the standard JaVale pull-ups, but, the post-ups from JaVale, we don't need those. But I'm looking for Anthony Davis to really
start
be
another
aggressive.
Game with a JaVale score. I'm going to cry. I just don't like it. I just don't like seeing it. I don't care if we go up 2-0. I just need someone else to score first beyond JaVale. I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, but I mean, as for Anthony Davis, I do expect him to be aggressive. I think he'll be fine. But he needs to, kind of wake up and realize that there shouldn't be anybody on this court that should stay in front of me. Hassan doesn't have the IQ. Nurkic, I mean, after a few runs up and down that floor, he was looking real gas last game. So only looking worse. And Wenyen and Gabriel, come on. Anthony,
it was a good story.
These guys are.
Hey, Wenyen, respond back to my homegirl Janelle's DM. She followed you and slid in your DMs. I was asking, who is he pulling? And my homegirl was like, I'll talk to him. I was like, all right, pull up on Wenyen. Answer a DM. Damn.
Yeah, man, go ahead. But this is the thing.
He should be Hassan Whiteside. I'm sure he's still in the starting lineup. They're not going to do, a gut reaction after one game and pull him. But the beautiful thing about what AD and LeBron was doing in the first half is they got all them boys in foul trouble.
Yeah,
like it was a roulette. It was just nice little merry-go-round of, okay, there's 2 for you, Hassan. There's 2 for you, Nurkic. Okay, there's 2 for you, Gabriel. Who's next?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what they need to do. But you can only do that by being aggressive. You got to be aggressive. Force these guys to guard you. And if they can't, then, they're going to sit there and take these fouls. So I expect a similar performance. I don't know. The Blazers haven't been good on defense all year. So watching them magically become, a steel curtain, I don't see happening. So as long as we stay aggressive, force the issue into them, I think we'll be fine.
Absolutely. Okay, we got a fan question coming in. We'll get one question in. We'll get our predictions, and then we'll do our raffle because we still got to do our giveaway for the Late Night Lake Show merchandise. So stick around for that. But oh my God, Jesus Christ.
But who's the best basketball player ever? Well, I'll answer for the fans, just because. But, I think this is all obvious. In the back of our minds, we all really know it's LeBron Raymond James.
That man's middle name is Ramon.
Raymond. It's Creole.
Oh, that's all I'm calling him for the rest of the season. Raymond.
I don't really know if he's Creole, but I'm just saying.
It's done. Never again. You will never hear me refer to LeBron in the same episode where at least not double the references of Raymond. That was a horrible R. I got a little sick right now, so I can't really roll like I want to. But, anyways, I'm going to slide right out of that question because I don't even need to get to it, especially not on my GOAT day of celebration. So, I need fuck it. Let's just go ahead and give this giveaway. I had asked last week when I teased the logo of the merchandise for the Late Night Lake Show, first round of merchandise for the Lord Palinka's Propaganda Network. Warren, you can go ahead and throw the logo. Yep, thank you. Asked, just threw the logo out there and, told the people, hey, this tweet's going away. You want in on the contest, first round of merchandise. Go ahead, retweet like this. I'll screenshot. I got you. So I added those people to this random wheel that I'm about to spin. And then, I also added the folks today that followed all of the steps that the podcast account asked you to, Late Night Lakers. Make sure you're following them. As far as go ahead and subscribing to the podcast, then leaving a review, and then letting us know that you left the review. A handful of y'all did that, so shout out to y'all. But without further ado, just gonna we got this lovely wheel that I'm about to share my screen in a second. I'll do that. Can I take over, Warren? Am I allowed to take over? Yeah, I am. Here we go. And we're gonna spin the wheel. First thing that we giving away.
You can't show the wheel, so we know you're not cheating.
Yeah, I'm about to show the wheel, but I gotta show the merchandise first. First thing that we're giving away is a Late Night Lord Palinka's Propaganda, Lord Palinka Secret Society long sleeve tee in negro black. Can't say negro if you're not black, but we're gonna give away that one up first. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen now. Okay. And we just gonna get it started. Again, if you do not see your name on this list, it's because you didn't follow all the instructions. Trust me. Okay.
I see your boy in there.
Yeah, I don't know why you're in here, Kwame, since you're like partially a host, but you know.
Hey man, I'll never deny free merch.
Is this shit really? This is not purposely spinning this fucking slow, is it?
No, it should be.
This is agonizing.
You ain't test this beforehand, G?
All right, here we go. We're picking up speed.
Damn, G,
It's probably
wagon.
It's probably because I'm sharing my screen.
We need a wheel sponsor next.
Yeah, we need a wheel sponsor. Here we go. Now we're picking it up. I'm dead, dog. This is the craziest shit.
Hey, bear with us, G. We doing this on the
Bear with us, yeah. Y'all live just like us. So it's slowing down now. All right. Now the intensity is picking up.
Come on, baby.
I think it's gonna land on Santino, actually.
It's definitely not landing on me. I'm blue.
All right. Here. Yeah.
Is that it?
Official Proton, you won.
Congratulations.
You won a late night lake show long sleeve tee. We'll be reaching out to you. Warren, can you just note our winner here, please? And we'll make sure.
Secret Society.
Welcome to the Secret Society. You know, you don't have to give any blood sacrifices or anything like that. Just shout out the podcast and maybe post yourself in the merchandise. So, yeah, that was hilarious. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, are we gonna actually spin that one more time?
I think we have to, right? We got more to give.
We do. Would have to high choice. Yeah, sorry, official Prota, you don't get to win again.
Can't win twice.
All right, we're just gonna do this one more time, and then it's
what's the prize this time for the people?
Oh yeah, prize this time for the people. Let me cut back here. Got it. Can you see? You guys see me, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is for our late night lake show. Lord Palinka's Secret Society tumbler. This is our wine tumbler size. It will be double imprinted with both logos, the Lord Palinka's Secret Society, as well as the ultra rare, ultra exclusive Mana de Caero, which translates to bread from heaven. And if you don't know that reference, pick up a Bible or listen to Lord Palinka. All right, jumping back, sharing my screen now. Oh, I was never not sharing my screen. All right, Quan, we're going to do this one more time, give our predictions, and we're going to get up out of here.
Bet it up.
Let's do it. All right, spinning the wheel.
Oh, brother.
I could probably send out this congratulations tweet to the first person by now.
Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get the tweet out. Yeah, good.
They bogus for making this wheel spin this long. Talk
Yeah,
about
they bogus.
All
All right.
We almost there. Hang tight.
Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, no, I think I got anyways, we should have probably just been having conversation over this.
Honestly,
Anthony, yeah,
silence.
right. Anthony Davis, I think, is I just need him to make it a point that he starts the game from the inside out, right? Like we love AD when he's doing his jumpers and he's making shots that, you know, no other person his size that isn't, you know, a big man that isn't a big man can make. He is also sometimes starting his shots or starting his games, like taking, you know, not fancier shots, but harder shots. And get the fuck, if this lands on you, man.
Yeah, 1G, come on, give me that.
No,
give me that.
Absolutely not.
Let's go.
Keep going.
No, it's on me, brother.
Keep going.
Oh yeah. Where's my celebration?
Cause his mouth is the dumbest shit in the world.
I mean, what can I say? I was blessed. Where's the excitement for me, man? With no congratulations, nothing? No, I'm sick.
The fuck you need a congratulations for, man? Anyways, congratulations, Kwame. You won a
Thank you.
Secret Society tumbler.
Oh yeah.
So, but we'll make sure we get that a lot more, you know, efficient and locked in, loaded. We're going to be doing giveaways on each of our live shows in the future. Obviously, it won't take that long. Hopefully, it'll just be a little 5-minute segment. We'll pass out 1 or 2 items an episode. There will be links at the beginning of the day on how you can enter into the contest. We got different things that we just need you to do. A lot of them, or most of them, will be free. Some, it'll just be like a $1 donation that will let you know where the donations are going ahead of time, because that's how we get down, right? You gotta spread the love. We're blessed to be in this position to make merch. Might as well give it away. And if we can't give it away, also break some bread for some great charitable organizations. Kwame, before we get up out of here, Lakers are set to tip off in about an hour and 15 minutes. What's your keys to the game? What are the top 3 things that you're looking for out of tonight's game?
So for one, I'm looking for a fast start. Slow starts have been the bane of our team this entire season. Even though we did have a slow start last game, we were able to pick it up and, you know, come out with the win. But if we could set off on the right foot, let the Trailblazers know we're here and give them the first punch in the mouth, that's the biggest thing. Also get AD rolling out the gate. You know, let's run some quick actions for him to get him going to the rim instead of away from the rim. That'll be big. And then just, you know, allow LeBron to kind of pick apart their defense slowly. But I think that's really the biggest keys. Obviously Vogel's coaching will be one in question. Is Rondo active this game? Do we know?
I mean, he's got to be. If he was a late scratch last game due to back spasms, right? He'll probably be active again. He's already announced. We just haven't seen it on our timelines. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where I don't think we'll see Rondo unless it's a blowout. So he can start
with Vogel's coaching.
Man, you can't put a broken down cart into something that's, you know, spinning pretty well. Like the cogs are moving fine. You know, Caruso, we didn't get a chance to get into him. So real quick, you know, Alex Caruso, for all of the frustrations that I have about your playmaking ability and you know,
inability to shoot
down, inability to shoot when we would, you know, prefer you to. Your defense has been the key to this series so far. Alex Caruso deserves all the flowers that he gets, all the recognition that he gets for what he has done and individually contributed to in his battles against Damian Lillard. I mean, this is one of those things where this man is like putting up crazy defensive numbers. I think he's holding him to less than 20% from the field. Hang on, let me get my stat up. I just had it. Yeah, Alex Caruso. This is according to Christian Rivas, Christian Rivas, Rad Rivas on Twitter. Alex Caruso has spent the most time of anyone on the Lakers, 14 minutes, 46 seconds, guarding Damian Lillard. During that time, he's held Lillard to 41.2% 7 of 17 shooting from the field. For context, Lillard shoots 63% when guarded by Contavious Caldwell-Pope. So I don't know, right? That's like a combination of thank God for Alex Caruso this series, because if not, it seems like Dame was having his way. But just your thoughts on AC and what he has contributed to this team and how we have to just grit through some of our frustrations on offense with him.
Honestly, his defense has actually been really good. He's pressuring Lillard all like after made baskets, pressuring him on the inbound, guarding him 94 feet, just making him play a little bit, making him breathe a little harder. Which at this point, I think we know Dame's legs might not be able to hold out too much longer. I mean, he basically had 3 game 7s in a row just to get in the playoffs. So now he's in the playoffs, and we're not cutting him any slack on that end. So Caruso has actually been really good. Also want to give a little bit of credit to Vogel's defensive system, because they run a lot of high pick and rolls, which allow Lillard to come off clean for looks. They've really blitzed that well and been able to recover back to the bigs well. So they've actually really done well containing him off that pick and roll, because I mean, Dame's not really, he hasn't been able to operate too well out of that, even in isolation. So we've actually had a really good game plan for him. It's allowed CJ to get a little warm, but I mean, it's allowed Melo to get a couple points on post-ups, but I think we're okay living with them having to, play extraordinary for us to win, rather than letting Dame, who only needs a little bit to be extraordinary. So the defense has been good. Again, credit to Alex Caruso, even though he can't shoot, and if he's not dunking or laying the ball up, it's really hard for him to score. And his passing is yikes. But other than that, man, we'll take it. LeBron's really just gonna have to be our primary playmaker through this whole thing, since Dion has been chained to the bench somehow. That's kind of where we're at, like I said, big credit to Alex Caruso. I mean, I know it was funny for a while, all the memes, people were starting to think he's going to get exposed in these playoffs, but he's really carved out a place for him on the defensive end.
Absolutely, man. Captain America, just like the Marvel character. Not, there are things about him that I truly do not care for. Alex Caruso's playmaking and ability and shooting. Captain America's not, fighting harder against racism when he went back in time and decided to just hang out with his girlfriend. But neither guys are past, appreciation. And I really appreciate Alex Caruso, and I hope the rest of the Lakers Nation does too. Let us continue that defensive momentum into Game 4, Black Mamba Day, Mamba Day, Kobe Day, day after Kobe's birthday. We're in the Black Mamba jerseys. If there's any time to prove to each other, the fan base, that this team is about to do some nasty stuff over the next month, tonight would be a nice little statement game. So
yeah, I think start it here.
Let's start it here, man. So I think that'll do it for the episode. This Dayquil is wearing off. So I'm going to go load up on some electrolytes and some chicken noodle soup and get ready for this game, man. So Lakers are up 2-1. We're excited. We're excited to have the shop up. Make sure you're going and checking out LateNightLakeShow.com. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, as always, brought to you by and sponsored by Crossover Media. So for Kwame, this is Ricky. We out. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Enjoy the game.